Hey everyone, Jeremy with Kizer Knives. Today we're going to take a look at a new knife. It's big, it's fun, it's creative, and you just got to see it. So please meet the Momo. So this is a interesting design by Vladimir Legachev. What he did is he took inspiration from the traditional lines and form of Kiradashi knives, and then he put his creative vision around it, resulting in this unique, big, fun design that you see here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the tabletop, we're going to look at the basic specs of the knife, and then we're going to come back and talk about some of the key features that I enjoyed. So let's head on over to the tabletop and check out the specs. Okay, now that we're at the tabletop, let's look at the basic specs of this knife real quick. We're going to start with the blade. You'll notice you have this big, beautiful blade. It's almost 4.2 inches of 154 cm. You have this long swooping belly to this nice fine point. And the edge does terminate very thin, so it's going to have a nice cutting performance, which we'll show off in a little bit. You have a satin finish. Moving on down to the handle, your handles are aluminum. You have this two-piece bolster look with this matte gray and matte black, which gives it a very nice, clean look. And keeping with that, they also went with a flat pivot and flat hardware, so it keeps it very clean. I enjoy the lines of this design. You can see it goes from the blade down through the handle. And when we flip it over, I'll show you the clip as well. It's a nice touch that they did. Your overall handle length on this is going to be about 5.2 inches. So speaking of the clip, you can see you have a milled titanium clip, and they did keep with the lines of the knife. And I enjoy that because a lot of times it seems like the pocket clip is just an afterthought, but that's not the case on this one. You are on steel liners. Your locking mechanism is going to be a liner lock. And as you saw earlier, or you may not have seen, but this is a front flipper. Has a very nice, generous front flipper on there with some jimping on it, and that's going to allow for a reliable front flip. Normally I don't front flip on camera because it's a recipe for failure, but we'll give it a shot. And there you go. You can see that snaps out very authoritative. Your overall length on this is coming in at almost 9.5 inches. So this is a big, beautiful knife. One of the things I like about it is I have medium to smallish hands, but you can see there's plenty of real estate on the front, on the back. Doesn't really matter. You can do mid grip, choke up. You're going to have lots of real estate for this. The price on this is coming in at $109. And let's see, your overall weight is going to be about 5.52 ounces. So a big full-size knife, but a beautiful design and a reasonable price. So those are your basic specs. We're going to go ahead and talk about some more of the key features of this knife. Okay, now that we have the specs out of the way, let's talk about some of the key features that I enjoy about this knife. First things first is with a knife having a blade this big, you're going to expect cutting performance, and well, it delivers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a clip here of me cutting some cardboard. What I've gone and done is taking some double-walled cardboard, and then I went and doubled that up. As you can see, it's going through that cardboard with no problem. And then with this fine point, you're going to see it's great for piercing. One of the other key features that I enjoy about this knife is the front flipping. It has very generous jimping on this front flipper tab, and as you can see here, I'm just going to go through and flip it open a few times. It's very reliable, and it's going to give you that action you expect on a dialed-in detent with a big front flipper tab, and you've got a lot of momentum behind the blade, so it's going to be good for opening almost every time. The other thing I'm going to enjoy about this knife is the overall design. The lines on this knife are very clean. They seamlessly flow from the blade through the handle to the pocket clip. There was a lot of thoughtfulness put into the design of this knife, and it's not lost on me. I enjoy it, and it's something that I think makes this blade stand out from just being a big blade to being something that's beautiful and functional. One of the other things I'm enjoying about the knife is actually how well this carries for a big knife. And while it's not a true deep carry pocket clip, I'm going to put in a clip here of the knife going in and out of my pocket. And what you get with the benefit of this tapered design is it's going to allow you to access the contents of your pocket, go in and out very easily without feeling like you have this big, giant, almost 9.5 inch knife in your pocket. So for a knife this size, it carries surprisingly well. And I was very impressed by that. That was something that I actually didn't expect. And once I actually put it to use, it was very practical. So I very much enjoy the way that this knife carries. And then one of the last things I want to talk about is just this handle as a key feature. As I mentioned in my spec check, you've got plenty of room. I have medium hands. I can choke all the way up. I can mid grip. I can pull back, and there's still plenty of room. I can almost get two hands on here, which is awesome. So if you're somebody who likes big blades and designs, this might be for you. You take that with the fact that it has reliable front flipping action, great cutting power behind the blade. It carries very surprisingly well for a big knife. I think that was the biggest surprise of it. And then you take these clean, beautiful lines and you put that all together for $109, and I'm impressed. I really enjoyed my time with the Momo. What do you guys think? We appreciate your feedback and comments, so please comment down below. Let us know what you think about the Momo. Do you plan on getting one? Is it something that stands out to you? So, as always guys, take care. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.